Hey everybody. Okay, welcome back. This video, I'll be honest with you, not the most exciting in the world, but it's very important. Extremely important. Okay. Um, Basically, we have to know the derivatives of all of the elementary functions. So I'm going to write those down. Yeah, I want to do some sort of supplementary enrichment assignment where you guys derive these, but for all practical purposes, you just need to know these guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the function here and then the derivative of the function here. So we're just going to make a little table. Okay, and so the first one we went over was let's do a constant, right? Derivative of a constant is 0. Let's see. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of x squared is 2x, so on and so forth. Derivative of x to the power r, the power rule. That's r x to the r minus 1. And that x to the r summarizes everything we've written down so far. Okay. Then we did the video about sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. And I want you guys to do cosine, and if you do that, the result you're looking for is negative sine. What else? Derivative of tangent is secant squared. Have to know these. Absolutely crucial that you know these. Derivative of tangent is secant squared. Derivative of secant is secant tangent. Let's see, the derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant cotangent. And the derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant squared. So these are all the trig derivatives here that we're looking at, and what I want you all to notice is that the derivative of any co-function, that is cosine, cosecant, and cotangent, are all negatives. Okay, so the derivative of a co is negative. The derivative of a non-co is the same sign, right? So, the derivative of negative sine, for example, is negative cosine. All right, good. So power rule, all the trigs. And then we have the natural exponential. The natural exponential, its derivative is actually itself, which is pretty crazy. And we'll talk more about that in detail in a different video. And then finally, the natural log. The natural log, the derivative of the natural log is actually 1 over the thing on the inside. Okay. And yeah. I'm going to make a couple of just sort of modifications here. And that is, basically, if you have a constant in front of the exponent, the derivative of the exponential is you always write down. If you're doing an exponential, you always write down the function first, like whatever it is, e to the whatever x. You write the thing down, and then you take the derivative of the exponential. So the derivative of kx is k. Okay. The same thing is true for these other functions, right? So like, for example, the sine of kx. Well, the derivative of sine is cosine, and then times the derivative of kx. The derivative of kx is k. Okay? Yeah, that basically covers it. Yep, that covers it for now. There's going to be more derivatives later. We still haven't done inverse trig. That's a different. That's the next unit. But as far as unit 2 is concerned, these are all the derivatives you really have to know. Okay? So I'm going to call it here.